from the outskirts. Consistent income, but still out at the first. Yo, the bar tab.
Alright, Pudge, it's nice to meet you. Tell the people that don't know you a little bit about yourself.
A little bit about myself. Okay, so my name's Pudge. A lot of people know me from my work with a group called Fab Deuce. Been managing and performing with Fab Deuce since I was about 15 years old. It's been about 15 years of working, so that's pretty much what I do. I rap and produce and manage a few artists here in Denton. So,
alright, how long have you been doing music?
Started making music about 2001, so about 16 years or so. I first started just making beats. My brother was rapping and he was like stealing beats off Kazaa or LimeWire or whatever, and he pretty much needed beats, and I was always good with computers, so I kind of figured that side of it out, and then slowly started, writing and rapping as well. So.
And how did you come up with Fab Deuce and Rec League?
Fab Deuce was that was the group that me and my brother had started when we were teenagers, and that's kind of just, I think he named it. I don't really remember the cause of the name, like what it came from, but that was kind of what we always ran with. And then once we were doing shows, it kind of just, that was the name that everyone recognized and the brand that everyone was already familiar with. So, eventually he stopped rapping, but I kind of stuck with the name, and I didn't feel like starting over. So
yeah.
And Rec League, that's my homies out in San Francisco. So those guys have kind of been like my mentors, like kind of like my older brothers. I was a fan of them, and then randomly booked them in Texas one year, and that was about 10 years ago. So they've kind of took me under their wing. So.
Alright, that's awesome. And how do you feel about the music scene in Denton?
I think it's great. It's especially right now, like the music scene, also the comedy scene's pretty good. I like the fact that I can go out 5 or 6 days a week and catch all sorts of different kind of music and shows to, kind of help inspire my own music. So.
And what do you like about the music scene in Denton? Are there any artists that you specifically like or anything like that?
I like the fact that the hip hop scene right now there's all sorts of kind of touching on all demographics of rap, so there's, I like the diversity in the hip hop scene, especially seeing everybody getting along more so than ever. I feel like, promoters are actually throwing shows and getting mixed crowds, and I don't know, I think it's going in a good direction. So.
Alright, and is there an artist that you specifically like to go see around town?
I don't like Richie Flow. He's probably my least favorite. But nah, Juicy the Emissary, he's in Fab Deuce with me. That's one of my best friends, one of the most talented producers. He just got signed to a label in Los Angeles, and I'm probably most proud of him at the moment. So.
Alright, what don't you like about the music scene in Denton?
What don't I like?
Yeah.
I don't like that the alcohol is not free. I think that's something that
I don't like that either.
I think we need to fix that, but I don't have too many complaints. Like I'm saying, you can go out every night of the week and catch something different. So I think that's cool.
And outside of the alcohol complaint, is there anything that you think should happen so things can improve or change, or?
I think that, oh, there we go. Wish granted. I don't know, like, I don't focus a whole lot on that. Like, I kind of focus on what I'm doing. Like, as long as I can be, provide something positive, and take care of my business the way it needs to be, then I feel like that's a good way to get it going in the right direction, if everyone would just contribute the way they know how to contribute.
Alright, what do you think about the music scene in the DFW?
I think it's cool. The hip hop scene out there, it's, as far as my experience, the shows, I enjoy performing in Denton a little more, but I don't know, it's tough. It's kind of tough getting out to Dallas when you gotta expect the fans to get on 3 different highways to make it to your show, So I think it's good though. I'm not too familiar with a lot of the stuff outside of Denton, to be completely honest, but so far so good, I guess.
All right, what do you think about the music scene around the world at its current state? So a little bit more broad spectrum.
I don't know. I like it, I guess. I don't know. There's a lot of MCs in New York that I've been turned on to recently that I've been listening to. As far as pop, like the pop music, it's cool. I DJ weddings and stuff, so you know I'm cool with all that. So.
All right, do you have any projects or singles you want to talk about?
Let's see. Fab Deuce, we just put out an album in January. It's called Locker Room Talk. So that's kind of, Fab Deuce is like pretty much our crew of dudes. We all are solo artists as well, but you know, as we're working on all those solo projects, we collect music together as well. So that's kind of our group project with it's like 4 of us all collaborating, and kind of lets us step away from making more serious music, and it's just like good homie grilling out music, you know. So that's the most recent one, and then I'm working on 2 of those nights. It's my solo project, and then Ernie McCracken, y'all probably know him as Burden. Him and Richie Flo are working on a project together, so I've been doing all the recording for that, kind of helping them piece together ideas and, you know, bring it to life.
All right, tell us something that most people wouldn't know about you.
Let's see. I said this earlier, but probably as far as the hip hop community goes, I got money on it. I'm probably like the top 5 baseball player in the whole world as far as hip hop goes, unless you're counting Austin Jackson, my man. I know he's got some beats, so I can't compete with that, but I throw me in the mix, top 5 baseball player of all the rap community.
All right, and where do you see yourself in 5 years?
In 5 years, man, hopefully back here with you guys. You know, hopefully y'all keep it going. I'd like to move away eventually, but I don't think it's time. I'd like to stick around, and I think it'd be dumb. Like, I've put in all this work in Denton, and it's growing and growing. I'd hate to leave and miss the payout. So.
And who's your favorite rapper?
My favorite rapper ever?
Ever.
I gotta go Redman. As far as like just consistency, like he's never whacked. So that's kind of what I'm looking for. Like his songs aren't necessarily like my favorite songs, but as far as consistency, he's never really whacked. So I gotta give it up to Redman on that one.
All right, well, Pudge, it was nice to meet you.
Oh yeah.
Thanks for letting us introduce you.
Yo, if it's on my mind, I'ma say that. If you're talking games, little homie, I don't play that.